Hi guys, this is the very first episode of Trap Talks. My name is Brianna, the founder of the Trap Atelier, and today we're going to be talking to you guys about how to go from vision to venture. So we're going to introduce our very first guest, the lovely Tashara Taylor. Yeah, she is a powerhouse, okay? When I tell you she is the very definition from vision to venture, and you're going to see it in just a few minutes. And then we want to introduce our host, Miss Aaliyah, aka Damn Art. Yeah, if you need something, talk to your girl.
Cause damn,
yeah,
that's art.
Okay, y'all, let's get into it. So, Aaliyah, do you want to start us off?
So just starting off, because with a lot of creators, we have the ideas in our mind and everything, but what was your I'm doing this moment?
My initial I'm doing this moment was back in 2013. Yes. So back in 2013, I was living in the projects with my kids. No, I'm sorry. I was living in an apartment, and I decided that I was gonna change my life. Like, this just can't be it. And my kids was my biggest motivation, because looking at them every day and just not wanting them to go through what I had went through, I decided to move to Atlanta. And at the time, I didn't know, exactly what I wanted to do, but I just knew I wanted something more than what I was doing. So I moved to Atlanta, and I started looking for a job, and I was also praying, and God led me to beauty school. And I was already doing hair before I went to school, but I went to school, I got my license, and I'm back in my hometown.
And how was that going from a major city back to a small town?
It was tough at first, like real tough at first, and I just kept asking God, like, why? But I knew that I had to come back here. I kept feeling a strong tug from God, like, go home. Like, I kept hearing God say, go home. My clientele really wasn't flourishing in Atlanta. And I kept questioning myself, like, what is it that I'm doing wrong? And it wasn't nothing that I was doing wrong. I just think I was in the wrong place. Because when I followed God and I listened to God tell me to come back home, I opened the salon. My clientele went through the roof.
Can I say I resonate with that so bad? Like, I feel like, girl, we're going to talk later after this too. But I resonated with that so much because I'm from Miami.
Right.
And so when I moved to Douglas, I was like, God, what are you doing?
Right.
I'm used to, certain things moving at a certain pace. And then when I got here, I had my shop, I had all these things, and I thought that was all I needed to be fulfilled. And then when I lost everything, it was like, well, Lord, what I'm supposed to do now?
Right.
And so it's just being in the right place at the right time, because it wasn't until I'm doing this moment is when I finally gave my life to Christ. And I've done it before, but this was my first time I ever done it. And when I gave myself to Christ, I was like, well, Lord, what you want me to do now? Because fashion, that's my heart.
Right.
So where does this connect? What do you need me to do? And he led me. He kept telling me about the Trap Atelier. I had the Trap Atelier on my old building. Like, I've always had the Trap Atelier. He was like, but I want you to do it this way. Like,
right.
Take this lead. So I resonate when you said that, it's God had his timing.
Yes.
And he wanted to put you in a certain position, a certain place, yes, so that you can be successful. It wasn't that your gifts wasn't great, because baby, proof is in the pudding, okay? Proof is in the pudding, okay? But it's the fact that it was the wrong place.
Right.
Yeah.
And I had to learn to just get out my way. I had a manager that used to tell me that all the time, Tashara, just get out your own way. Get out your own way. Because it's not about what we want out of our lives. It's about what God wants us to do. Yeah. So I just recently rededicated my life to.
Oh, okay, good.
Like last month.
Oh, we in there. And you on the fast already? You're bold.
Yes. Well, I had already been fasting before I rededicated my life.
Okay.
Periodically, just little short fasting.
Okay.
But I just need to be delivered from some things, and I just want to keep on this journey. I don't want to, sometimes I would start, and then I'll be strong with God, and then I'll fall off, and then I don't want to do that no more.
Yeah, I feel that. And
What is it, hot and cold? I want to stay high.
Because when you're lukewarm, he'll spit you out.
What? Don't spit me out, God. Please, God.
Listen, we were just talking about deliverance in the car on the way up here.
Yes.
Like, people will be claiming to be saved, but they're not being delivered.
Right.
And you got to knock off those chains.
Yes.
And that's how you keep your relationship with God.
Yes,
It's
yes.
deeper
They
than
have
just
to acknowledge the
confessing.
change first. And that's how I was like, a lot of art, like a lot of starting out creatives, they don't see the environment as a blockage. Because
Right.
like in Montgomery, it's some people that is from Montgomery, they got their first song and deal in Montgomery, and that's where they gonna stay. It's like because they're hell bent on
Yes.
dying on that hill. Because it's like, this was my hill that I had to put so much to climb. So it's like, how do you humble yourself? Because a lot of them have Jesus, but a lot of them don't. How do you humble yourself to be able to listen to that guidance?
To God or to anybody.
Well, God, we listen to
guidance
God.
of God.
But
Right.
get your guidance from God.
Right?
Exactly.
I mean, I guess after you fall so many times or after it just don't work your way, you gotta give in to God. Like, it's either that or your life just ain't gonna be nothing.
Yeah. We are good and full now.
Man,
Thank you, Mommy. The breakfast nook.
What was one of the mistakes that taught you the most?
So, I feel like my biggest mistake was men or people, period. I feel like when I was younger, because of me not having that father figure, I always like leaned to men, for that love that I felt like I was lacking. And it caused me a lot. Like, it caused me to hesitate on a lot of my goals. Even though I know that God's timing is everything, and everything happens in God's time, and you're supposed to go through certain things in life, in order to be who you are. But yes, I think that's my biggest mistake, is like putting people first before myself or before God.
Because when you put people before God, God would first off move them.
Yes.
They're gonna be taken away from you, and sometimes He does it in such a way that it hurts so bad. But He be like, I don't care about that.
It hurt real bad.
I like that.
Exactly. But it's so important to make sure that we center God, because a lot of times we're so people-centered or male-centered that that's how we end up falling off from our goals, because we're trying to make sure that person is good, not realizing that person is an energy vampire and it's draining you dry. And that's how we end up losing a lot of stuff. So
Yes.
how do you feel as if, like, what do you think was the biggest thing that helped you get out of, like, situations like that?
I just got tired of like going through the same thing. I got tired of going through the same thing. The last situation with this guy that I was dating, an Atlanta girl, I was working at a salon, and I was serving. I was serving at a restaurant, so I was doing both. And he told me to quit working at the salon to go get a corporate job. So that I could get 401k, so that we could do this and do that and do this and do that. Whatever vision he had.
Was he in corporate?
It was no.
I
He didn't have a job. He was
Wait a minute.
no. He was in the streets.
And he wanted you to have a corporate job.
Yeah, to like wash his money, right? Okay, so boom. Let me tell you how distracted I was. Because he was like helping me bill wise, kids wise. I felt like I owed it to him to give what he was saying a try. Girl, I fell into a deep depression.
Yeah, you
I quit the salon. I love to do hair.
Yeah.
And I quit the salon. And I literally used to go to work and come home and get in the bed. I was depressed. So I just decided that, no, I'm going to follow my dream. Then I tried to go to school because he suggested me going to school. Girl, why on my way to go sign up for school, my tire went flat?
Because it wasn't meant. God said no. Don't go.
That ain't even it. My tire went flat on my way to go sign up for school. I still end up going, to go sign up. I signed up. The day I went to go get my supplies, my car went and cranked.
Wow.
When I called the mechanic to come and look at my car, he said there's nothing wrong with your car. The battery is good. Like, it's nothing wrong. I don't know why it wouldn't crank.
God was
Then, then when I got into the school, actually finished, like, in class.
Yeah.
Maybe I think I did like maybe 2 days or maybe a week. The proctor came to me and was like, you didn't fill out the right FAFSA. You filled out FAFSA for the year next year.
Wow.
So we gotta drop you from this class.
Wow.
So I said, God.
Exactly. He was all in that baby, okay?
Girl,
he was all
God.
in that. Baby, he was about to.
God was like, no, this is not what you're supposed to be doing.
At all. And if you listening to this man, if you would have kept going at it, it would have just got worse.
Like, literally, you could die out of the will of God. Yeah, so it is very important to stay in the will of God. But yes, men have been my distraction. So I'm focusing on God right now, and I'm letting God bring my person.
Yeah. And I love that because I tell my sisters all the time, like, you don't want God to even lift a pinky off of you, okay?
Oh, my God.
You want to stay under his grace and his will at all times.
Yes.
So, just like, I know you got questions. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I told Tashara, I already told you, okay? We can sit and we can talk, okay?
Girl.
Let's go get dinner.
Because I wanted to piggyback off of that because when y'all was talking about being in God's will and staying there and his will for your life, because I'm at that spot with you because I'm trying to get back into school and trying to go to work. He's saying no, but I'm trying to find out where he's saying yes to, and he done already said it, but I be scared sometimes. That split mind, and it's
You know what my favorite scripture is? It's 2 Timothy. God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of love and power and a sound mind. So if you just stay prayed up, God is going to order your steps. You don't have to be scared about nothing. You literally don't even have to do nothing. God literally will put you where you're supposed to be.
Amen.
I'm telling you, that's how I got in my salon. Having a salon was my goal, but when I got it, it wasn't. I didn't really, like, God pushed me. He was like, it's time. Go.
Yeah.
And you will know it because you will start feeling like you will feel which way you're supposed to go if you just stay prayed up. So when you start worrying and start getting scared, just pray like, God, take this away from me. Yeah, help me, God, help me. That's all I be saying. Lord Jesus, please just help me.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's also important to know what season you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Because depending on your season, God might want you to just sit. He might just want you to sit in it so that you can build your relationship with him.
Yeah.
And I really feel like this is confirmation on that because I was like, but right now with everything coming at me, Lord, I feel kind of lazy, not, doing something or trying to do something because, we come from that grind
Yeah, gotta keep
culture.
moving.
We gotta move, and to my, relatives who see me, they be like, so what you do today? Like, I prayed, I painted.
And that's enough. That's enough.
But the pressure from them sometimes will feel like,
Sometimes you have to disassociate. That's another thing on my journey. Like, even my mom, when I was in Atlanta going to school, my mom had so much pressure on me. I don't think she knew it, but like when I would call home to check on my kids, like she was complaining about her bills a lot. And I couldn't help her, so I had to tell myself, like, I can't even talk to, I'm gonna have to like block this out. I gotta block it out and I gotta stay focused. So sometimes even relatives, them be the doers.
Because they're the ones you care about.
Yeah.
You care
Yes.
about their opinion.
You have to kind of, maybe you need to just have a talk like, listen, this is where I'm at in my life right now. I just need y'all to relax. Just, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, but just relax. I'm going to figure it out. That pressure is a lot.
Especially when they ask you questions that you don't even have, like,
You
a
don't
fake
have for
answer.
yourself.
You
Yeah.
know, like,
It's needed too sometimes because it does help you like think, but just keep seeking God and He gonna give you the answers. He gonna show you the way.
Amen. Okay, and I want to pedal back just a tad bit when you said that you be feeling like you're not doing enough. And for me, I know that sometimes when I feel like that, it used to, because we're delivered now. But it used to put me in a position where I would feel depressed and feel heavy, like I feel like I'm not doing enough. I'm overwhelmed, but I can't move. And so for that, Tashara, I want to ask you as a creative, because I know people get depression anyway, but I feel like as creatives, because we have so much in us to do, and we have to do, we have to be a part of all the aspects of running our businesses.
Right.
As a creative, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, what advice can you give anybody that might be going through a season of depression, but they're also on a season of weight?
So what I have done is I have a mentor. I have a few friends that I could call. And, just kind of feed off of them, get advice, pray. I'm talking about pray. You gotta pray. Like, I don't know what else to say. You gotta pray because everybody goes through it.
Yeah.
Everybody goes through it. Even after me opening the salon, I still feel like, okay, God, what next? But you really just have to, like, settle in the moment. Like you told her, sometimes you just gotta be still.
Yeah.
You gotta be still and know that God is God.
Come on, she go spit scripture the entire time.
You gotta be still sometimes.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes we put so much on ourselves. We are our biggest critics. We are so hard on ourselves. When people on the outside looking in like, oh my God, she doing it. So sometimes you do have to just take a moment and you gotta just be still.
I love that.
But after your be still season,
Well, in the season of being still, you need to meditate on what to do next. You need to pray and ask God, what am I doing next? So that way when you do come out of whatever you're in, you can work. Yeah, you can go. And stay surrounded by positive people. People that's either where you want to go or that is moving.
Yeah.
So that's my advice.
Yeah. And I'm for sure like positive people, because I don't know. Some people still trigger me. Like, I ain't even gotta say nothing to them. They ain't gotta say nothing to me. If I look and see them, I be like trying to break my head, turn away, because I'm like, don't even look at me. Like,
I look up, I'm like, Lord, get your child.
no, because it is so real, because we create these connections, especially when they're unequally yoked, and then you have these what they call these soul ties that connect you with people who aren't good for you, and sometimes I believe a soul tie is one of the hardest things to break.
Yes.
One of the hardest things to break, especially when you are somebody who is like, from what I hear from your story, who is a lover and loves to give themselves to people. So it's like, for someone like that, for people like us, how do we navigate? And I know you said like just disconnecting, but for those people who are still in those spaces and are looking for avenues to like still do the work that God called them to do, what do you suggest and how they navigate into like from being male-centered or people-centered to being in their calling? I'm sorry, that was it was loaded. It was loaded. I'm sorry.
I don't know, girl, like, because I was stuck in that space for a long, long, long time. And would you call it people pleasing? Is that like people
Yeah,
pleasing?
yeah, in a way, yeah,
It is.
for sure.
So I battled with saying that I was a people pleaser, but I really do believe that I'm a people pleaser, or was a people pleaser, because
Yeah.
I've been delivered.
Delivered.
I've been delivered. I really hate to say pray about it, but I don't know. I don't know how I got out of it. Besides,
Prayer.
yes.
I mean, that's the end.
I
all,
really
y'all.
don't know. I really don't know, cause girl, that last relationship with that guy, it was pretty strong.
I would say detailed on how you would pray for in that season.
Yeah, I like
because
that.
because each season calls for a different type of prayer.
Yeah.
So, did you have to fast and pray during that time?
So I
That's
don't even
scripted.
think. I don't think I was fasting then. But I just always ask God to guide me. That's always my prayer every day. Like, guide me. Show me which way I'm supposed to be. Help me, Lord. I'm struggling. Help me.
You're just like, that's just it. And you're right, because that is just
And
it.
then you also have to know that you want more for your life, and you have to know that this is not it.
Yeah.
This person that I'm connected to, I love them, but this is not it, God.
So it's prayer and faith.
Yes.
Prayer and faith is what got you through that situation. What could get anybody like us who, do get distracted by love, whether
Right.
that's inside of
A man or a friend or whatever,
exactly.
yeah.
So just prayer and faith, belief that God knows like everything and that whatever He says goes.
Yeah. And some things you have to go through. I think I said that earlier. Some things you have to go through.
Yeah.
You have to. It's nowhere around it.
Yeah.
So you can't have good without having bad. Like, life is just not gonna be peaches and cream.
Yeah.
You gotta go through it. We all gotta go through it. Beyonce went through it. Everybody went through it.
We were just talking about Beyonce. Oh my God. The confirmation in this room is ridiculous. Okay?
Girl, I love Beyonce. I love her drive.
I can't. I love
I'm
her
not a
drive,
fan of
but-
her
Yeah, her
music.
drive
I'm
is
not a
something.
fan
But
of
you
her
talking about her
music.
work ethic. Yeah, the girl can work.
Oh, my
The girl
God.
can work. It's crazy. It's actually kind of scary. I'm just
Girl. But yeah, like, we all gotta go through it.
And just because you go through things doesn't mean that God's plans are no longer to prosper you.
Right.
So even with you going through stuff, it's to plans to prosper you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like me in the beginning of my creative journey, I hid myself a lot because I thought that I was basically an enemy of God. That He had plans for me. He knew exactly who I was, but it wasn't, good. So I was like, let me just stay out your way a little bit. He was like, no, come here. I was like,
Right.
See, but I feel like I hid myself, but not for the same thing. I feel like I hid myself because that song. I think we talked about it before.
invisible.
"Make Me Invisible" by Kiara Shear. That girl knows she can
I'm
sing.
gonna have to.
Kiki, okay, don't worry about it. I'm gonna send it.
It's
to
a
you.
gospel song.
Yes.
Yes.
It's called "Invisible" by Kiki, and the song basically is saying like, "Make me invisible." Like it's setting up at a show. She's performing, but I don't want them to see me. I want them to see you. And for a long time, yes, girl, T.
I'm about to get up and run.
If you feel it, you better do it, okay?
Oh my God.
No, but for a long time, when I used to listen to the song, and this is before I even started confessing myself to be saved, I always thought that I just had to be little. That meant I had to be small. I had to hide. And then it wasn't until like I got my deliverance that I was like, God set me down and was like, I didn't tell you to be small. I don't have small children.
Big.
Yes, and He was like, listen, when I say make you invisible, what I want you to do is I want you to be big, but I want you to be humbled for me.
Yes.
And a lot of people think that when people say, oh, you got to be humble, I can't be humble for man any longer.
Right.
Because when I was being humble for man, I was playing small because I was trying to fit everybody's identity of me.
Yes.
But now that I'm a child of God and I'm walking into it, it's like, okay, well, I know I'm a boss. I know I'm a multi-entrepreneur. You know the word. You know what I'm talking about,
Right.
social entrepreneur.
He knows what you're talking about. He knows what you're talking
A
about.
serial entrepreneur.
The serial entrepreneur, so I know all those things now, and now I walk into it in confidence. So now when I do mess up, because a lot of times before when I mess up, I shy away because I didn't exceed people's expectations. But now it's like, okay, now I'm gonna put my mess ups on blast because I know
Right.
that God made that happen for me in that way because my lesson was out of that. So it's like, just now I understand, like before invisible was small for me, and now invisible means big. It means big, mega, huge, grande. Okay? That's what it means
Yes,
for me.
because God has to get the glory.
At all times.
Because that's what we're doing. Because what are we doing if we ain't doing it for God?
Exactly.
What are we doing?
And God don't do nothing small.
He does it.
Do it big.
Nothing small.
And I really think that there should be a reteaching of that for real, because a lot of people, they hear that and they
What, humble?
well,
Yeah.
not even just humble, just like we were talking about in the car about different people who are anointed by God that are creative singers and stuff, and they get beside themselves because they want to showcase them too.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, this is my voice as well. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I got a message, but this is my voice.
Look at me.
You
Y'all
know?
giving all the glory to God, but
And
what
it's-
about me?
And especially like if you came up with that talent, but you also were a bandit, you know, it's like, when do I get my time to shine without being guilty? You know,
But being under His glory, when God is so amazing. He's the type of God that when you give Him the glory, He gives it back
to you. Yeah.
Like He raises you up. He puts you on a pedestal when you give Him the glory. It's
That
not
no
about
man can break down.
Yeah,
What?
come on.
That's what, like, that really needs to be retaught, because I feel like a lot of creatives, like a lot of souls, period, but a lot of creative people's souls are being lost because they're looking for that individuality. They're looking for that glory that the enemy portrays that they can give you. Because how the church, especially from the South, because I'm from the South, I can't just talk about the people up north, they make it seem like you gotta be an ant so he can truly be a giant. Not understanding he's gonna be a giant regardless.
Yeah.
You know, so
They do
Wherever
make it
you
seem
are
like that.
doesn't
and it's like
determine
it's
him.
validating that trauma of I was supposed to go through that like as a kid or feel that, so I don't do that, you know? And it's like you're not being punished at all. That was the Holy Spirit.
Amen. You're not being punished.
You're
She
not-
looked at the camera to say that one.
You're being polished, okay?
Right.
Okay, polish. We
Not
see you.
punished, but polished.
Ooh, I'm gonna write that down.
That's what I'm saying. That was
No,
Holy
they-
Spirit. That was-
Oh my God.
I love that. Oh my God.
Not punished, but polished.
Yes.
Ooh.
Come on, Spirit. Get up and run. Get up and run.
Not the church finger.
Hold on, where my fan?
Exactly. Come on. Won't you do it?
Oh God.
I love that.
This
oh my
was
God.
so amazing.
Yes.
Thank you for spending some time with us today.
For real. Ooh, we're gonna have to run this back.
On a
for
Friday,
sure.
y'all, I blocked my boobs.
You gonna do what?
I blocked my boobs today.
On Friday? Oh.
It's Friday.
It's 7 p.m.
That's
Friday.
because you want to know why? Because God said you needed to be in this
I
room.
know. That's why I
You
did
need to be
it.
in this room. And I appreciate you so much because some people, and I know hairstylists, I have a sister that's a hairstylist, and baby, on a Friday, she's not blocking nothing.
Right.
She's
That's
not
blocking
blocking nothing.
It's for God. It really is. I know that. I've been needing to take a break anyway from the salon.
Yeah, and I genuinely appreciate you for coming out today and showing up. And then
Thank you
even
for having me.
yes, and even when we had to pivot, like some people would have been upset and just left, but the fact that you stood here and like you kind of just roll with the punches
Oh
and
yeah,
just
no, I
kept
wasn't
it.
going.
That's love right there. That is genuine love. Like you don't understand. Like I'm a ride or die for you right now. Like you're stuck with me.
I love you too.
We're almost twins.
Oh, twins is crazy.
That's why I said almost. I didn't say we
Y'all are crazy.
Like, she has to do me.
Oh my God. Okay.
So do I have any more questions?
No, we don't have any more questions. Honestly, we could talk some more, but I know you gotta go. Cause I keep you forever, for real.
Well, if you have any questions, y'all can leave them in the comments.
Yes.
And then she would be able to answer for that.
And we want to give a special shout out to Harvey Supermarket in Douglas, Walmart, Miss Michelle, Portia Harris, my mommy. Special shout out to everybody that showed up.
ECIM.
That loved us. ECIM.
With the extra decor.
With the extra, okay? Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll be back next time.
Stay trapping.
Stay trapping.
Trappertalks.
Hey, come on, Trappertalks. All right, thank you for tuning in to Trap Talk, and y'all have a beautiful day. Bye.
Turn it down a little bit more. We still do.
Praise break.